Hello and welcome to the Inside Stylist podcast, where we talk all about interiors. From interviews with interior stylists, writers and assistants to trend forecasters, Instagram experts and the up and coming brands we all want to feature. There's so much to talk about. I'm your host, Emma Morton-Turner. Enjoy the show. Hello. So today's episode is a solo episode, which I haven't done for a little while actually, and I've set myself a challenge. I want to tell you all about Inside Stylists, the website, because I think I keep mentioning it and I haven't really explained what it's all about. But the challenge is to do it in 10 minutes. So I've got 3 challenges. Do this podcast in 10 minutes. I've got a kitten and a dog sitting behind me and I've got 2 teenagers upstairs. So I'm hoping that I can do this without being interrupted, but let's see. I've got a timer, which I'm going to start now. So let's see if I can get that going. 10 reasons you'll love InsideStylist.com in 10 minutes. Number 1. Now this is pretty much the main reason I built Inside Stylists. It's all about community. I really want there to be a place for people to go if you're working from home and you're quite lonely. It's nice to have someone you can call on, whether you want to have a moan or you want some advice or you want to just get together with other people who are in the same industry and understand what we're all about. And I really feel like that is starting to happen. The Inside Stylist community is just so supportive and so positive. So that is the main overriding reason for starting the website in the first place. Number 2 is promote, share and show. If you're an interior stylist, writer or assistant, you can share your profile, your contact information, your social media links. You can share links to your blogs, to your portfolio with lots of images of your work. So if anyone is ever looking for a stylist, writer or an assistant, they can find you there. I don't know of anywhere else that does that. It's just a case of promoting what we do. So it's just a really good place like a one-stop shop for PRs when they're looking for someone to do their events or lookbooks or anything really. And of course, magazines can find you too. Or if they just want your contact details, you can quite easily find people in that one place. Number 3, Inside Stylist has an image bank. Now, a lot of these things are ready to go, ready to be loaded, ready for people to join and share their details. But that is really starting to pick up speed now. And the image bank it's kind of how I work. I have Google Chrome and I have a folder in Chrome that is all the images I can get when it's 11 o'clock at night and everyone's, all the PRs are asleep and I need 4 lilos for a summer feature. And I can just literally go in, find the links to all those image libraries. So it's all the big places you can get it, but also all the PR agencies who have their own libraries. It's going to be full of all the links there. So that is something that I'm working on at the moment. Number 4, shoot services. Now this is something I'm really excited about. This went live not long ago, and shoot services is an area that is anything to do with shooting. So there are pages for prop hire, shoot locations, event locations. If you're looking for set builders or couriers, there's going to be caterers and florists and bespoke sewing. So when you're looking for someone to make up curtains or soft furnishings or upholstery, all those people can share their contact details and you can find them all in one space. And this is what I'm working on at the moment. I'm trying to find lots of people to populate those pages. So if anyone knows anyone, do send them that way. That would be fantastic. I left off web designers. And lovely Larry, who built Inside Stylist, had a daughter yesterday. So just want to say mazel tov to Larry. That's very exciting. Number 5. The resources. The resources are the very first posts I wrote when I was building the website. And I wrote about blogging and where you can go to get a course to learn how to do blogging. Or there's sections on legal and insurance. There's accountancy, talking about how I do accountancy. I use Free Agent, and a couple of other people, other stylists and writers have recommended their accountants and the packages that they use. And there's going to be downloads. I've actually talked to quite a few people about a rate card. I've half written a blog post about how I did my rate card, because when people ask you for your fee, your day rate, it's actually really, I don't know, people don't like talking about money. And if you just send a thing saying, I charge X amount for a shoot and X amount for prep, it just looks like 2 lines. And it's like, that is not enough to show what you do. So I created a rate card that is, hello, my name's Emma MT. This is where I come from. This is what I've always done. And Here's some people I've worked for. This is what I charge. So I've half written a post on how to create your own rate card. So I will share that, but that will be in the downloads over in the resources pages, which is there now. Number 6, by the way, 5 minutes gone. I'm working on it. Number 6, this podcast, hello. I try really hard to have really good guests. I try to make sure it's very relevant to people in our industry, whether you're a PR, a stylist, a writer, an assistant, whether you're someone who has a great brand you want to share. I really like to interview new people who we can feature, whether that's a fabric company like Cocoon Home, or I've just interviewed Artisana London, which is coming out in a couple of weeks. I just really love the stories of how people got set up, and I just really want to be able to feature these people and help them because they're trying so hard to build their brands, and we can help them with that. And I love that, especially UK-based brands. It's really lovely to be able to do that. It's so much easier to listen to something than it is to read it, isn't it? I mean, you can listen on a run, when you're walking the dog, if you're on the way to a press launch and you're walking around London. It's really easy. I'm sure voice is king. Number 7, there's a blog. I don't know if I'm sure you've seen the blog, but I do 2 versions of the blog, and I don't know if everybody knows that. So the blog goes out onto the website and it's open to absolutely anybody who wants to read it. Hopefully it's very relevant. I try very hard not to use images that have been used on press releases because we've all seen those before. But what I do is if I do a roundup of 10 new sofas, I will put that out onto the website. But in a members only area, you will get that same 10 best sofas post, but with all the PR contacts as well. So if you're ever looking for some companies, you can go into the members area and find it. Number 8, there's a PR directory, and this is also starting to fill up, and it's very exciting. Every time someone puts into the Facebook group, it's actually a brand directory rather than a PR directory. It's kind of stemmed from everybody moves around so much. The PRs move around as much as us guys going freelance. So I wanted to find a way to bring everyone together so we can find each other easily. So the profiles are for the stylists and the writers, and the PR brand directory is so we can find them when someone says, does anyone know who does the PR for XYZ? I then contact them and say, just letting you know, people are looking for you and not finding you. Come and join Inside Stylist and become part of the community. And there's lots and lots of benefits of being on that in that directory. Actually, if I just run through very briefly what the benefits are, you can share the contact details for each brand that you're representing. You can share links to lookbooks. You can have your images or your image library in the image bank. You'll be able to connect on the forum, which is being built at the moment when Larry comes back off maternity leave. And you can also arrange for member-only meetups, which is becoming very, very popular, actually. We've got quite a few of those lined up. And you'll also be able to share events in the events calendar. And that is number 9. There's a press event calendar. So only members can see this because obviously we can't have everybody in the world being able to see where press launches are because you'd have a gazillion people turning up. But if you're a member of the press and you have a membership, you can share press invites and events and meetups and all of those sorts of things in the calendar, which has been very well. I mean, a lot of people have been asking me to share their events on the Facebook group, and I've now moved that onto the website. Hopefully you'll understand. And actually the way that works, I've got to be quicker, I'm not going to keep this in 10 minutes, but the way that works is you literally just fill out a form with all the details and the email comes to me and then I post it. And number 10, finally, last one. We are doing lots of events. We are doing a meetup. Actually, we have one on the 6th of December, which I'm going to be sharing later on today. So save that date. We're going to do some pre-Christmas drinks. If anyone's an interior stylist, writer or an assistant and you want to come along, then message me. You can comment underneath this, the show notes on InsideStylist.com or on Instagram. You can just direct message me on Instagram and I'll let you know when that's going to be. Obviously, I'm not putting it out there to the whole wide world because we don't want to be completely overrun, and it's going to be a panel discussion, which is very exciting. So just drop me a line if you want to know about that. And that's it. So that's 10 in under 10. So that is what Inside Stylist is all about. If this has been too fast and you want to know more details, then please get in touch. You can contact me through the show notes, or you can drop me a line. I'm emma@insidestylist.com, or you can find me on Instagram, Inside Stylist, or Anyway, that's it. Short and sweet. So back to interviews next week. I've got Laurie Davidson next week, which was very interesting talking to her about real homes. So until then, bye for now. Thanks for listening to the Inside Stylist podcast. You'll find all the details from today's show over on InsideStylist.com. Until next time, bye for now.